Today's guest is proof that it's never too late to rewrite your story. Kathy Ginocchio Larson is the owner of Fly Me to the Moon Fit, Bungee Fitness Studio in Pinole, California, a licensed real estate professional and an entrepreneur who transformed her life by overcoming alcoholism and embracing a new purpose in midlife. One of her greatest inspirations was her grandmother, an accomplished businesswoman whose mentorship helped shape Kathy's entrepreneurial journey before her passing in December 2025. Today, we're talking about second chances, taking risks, honoring those who believed in us, and having the courage to build the life you once thought was out of reach. Welcome to the Dream Room, Kathy.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. If someone met you today, they'd see a successful business owner. What part of your story would surprise people the most?
Oh, that I was an alcoholic and battled it.
And you overcame it.
I did overcome it.
Was there one defining moment when you realized I can't keep living this way?
Not one in particular. It was just a bunch of stuff, one thing after another, and something needed to get changed.
So how would your younger self describe the woman sitting here today?
Oh, I think she'd be pretty shocked.
In a good way, I think.
In a good way, yes. Yeah.
People often think that reinvention belongs to 20-year-olds, but what advantages were there?
Oh, you got more patience.
Yeah.
A lot more patience. And I think you're a little bit more wiser. And I think we actually take time as we get older to really pay attention to what people need. We see them, we listen, we hear them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What beliefs about yourself did you have to unlearn before your life could change?
Oh, that's a hard one. Well, you know what? It comes from a higher power. Well, which really cinched it was when I was going to church with my grandma all the time. Um, and she brought me closer, she brought me close to God, and that was change. That was a huge change. Well, you know what? When you come from, I think some of my family probably thought I was an atheist at some point in my life. I started going to church with my grandma about 3 years ago, and religiously, literally was going every week. And matter of fact, I even got baptized this year. I was hoping to get baptized, when she was able to see it. Geez, I don't even know.
Wow, Kathy, I'm sure she was looking down on you so proud and filled with so much love.
No, we hope so.
I would think so. But
I'm sure that.
Yeah.
I hung out with her a lot the last couple of years.
What was her name?
Ida.
Grandma Ida.
Yep. And she was born in Berkeley she was born in her basement.
Oh, what?
Yes.
What a story.
Flooded that day, and oh my gosh. Oh, my grandma, I got her on audio talking about what it was like to grow up in Berkeley.
Oh, what a treasure.
Back in the 1930s and stuff, and how she was name called, being Italian.
Okay, being an Italian immigrant.
Yeah, in Berkeley. Yeah, they were treated much different than normal people, because they were literally segregated to an area in Berkeley.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yep. A lot of people don't know that about Berkeley because they think that Berkeley is all about people.
Peace and love and college.
I guess it's always been that way.
Bungee fitness isn't something people expect to find in Pinole. What made you think this community needs this?
Well, I got into selfishly because I had a surgery on my hands, so I could no longer really work out at a gym, like doing burpees and working with dumbbells and stuff like that. And I thought this would be something that was perfect for me. Then my thought process was, well, I used to coach people with Parkinson's with boxing, and stuff. And I thought, oh my gosh, this would be a good thing program for them because then they could get a good workout, like do real squats, do burpees. They could do all that kind of stuff without having the fear of falling. You know,
Because they're suspended from the ceiling.
they are suspended. There's no way that they're going to even touch the ground. This gentleman actually, excuse me, right now that I'm actually working with right now, there's times when his balance has gotten off. He went forward, but the bungee does not allow him to go that much forward. He only goes, he's still off the ground by a few feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have any fears about opening your business that turned out to be completely wrong, maybe?
I thought, to be honest with you, I thought this was really going to take off because it's unique and it's fun. Um, but it's, I mean, everything's a slow process.
Yeah, everything definitely has a process. And I've heard it said that when you start a business, you should plan on investing 5 years at least to see if it succeeds or fails, right? I don't know. I always heard that.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that it's just going to take off. I think that maybe what is going on now is why it's slow is probably conditioning my body to take on more classes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that when that time's right and when I'm ready, I think that it's just going to start filling up.
Oh, and also you mentioned offline that you haven't had your grand opening yet. So most people don't know you're around unless they happen to be driving by.
Correct.
Yeah,
Or, I do have some posts on social media. I did attend the Pinole car show. But that's pretty much the extent of any advertising I've done. I got to keep the expenses down as much as I can. And I know the advertising is where you need to be putting your money. But, with social media, I was hoping that, friends of friends and all that, they share.
sure.
Friends
Yeah.
of mine would say, hey, let's go take a class and tag a friend and stuff, which has happened. I've had mother and daughter. And matter of fact, the daughter was up here vacationing from where she's from, and they took a class. Um, I have somebody that's 83 years or 80, excuse me, 82 years old that comes weekly. And I mean, this is good for all ages. Everybody has to start somewhere. And but there is learning curve to bungee fitness.
And probably good for people like myself who have like joint issues or
100%.
so it's easier on your joints, your ankles, right? Because
Yeah.
the help of being suspended. So,
Yes, it takes 60 to 80% off your joints, and it is a huge calorie burner.
mm-hmm.
Huge calorie burner. You could burn up to 700 calories in a workout.
And it's much more
And
fun than going into the gym and lifting weights. I will say that.
well, talking to people, it seems like you're so caught up with the music and then going from one, like going to knee, coming back to doing a burpee and, doing squats. Your mind's so busy that it just goes fast.
Sure,
It really does go fast.
sure. So tell us about your grandmother.
Oh
What
God.
kind of woman was she?
Um, she's she was 98. She almost made her 99th birthday, and she was a little Italian woman. I mean, she was an amazing woman, actually. Very, very wise.
What's one piece of business advice she gave you that you still hear in your head today?
Well, we talked about the pricing and it's like I told her about the competition down here, and she goes, "Nope, you keep your price where you originally said you're going to put it."
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm $20 less than my competition per class. But that's okay. I have to keep it affordable
Yeah,
for people.
that's a good outlook and a very service oriented outlook as well because you're trying to reach as many people in the community as you can.
Yeah, and I want to keep it affordable without gouging somebody.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do memberships at all. It's just pay as you go.
Have you had any moments since losing her where you still find yourself asking, what would grandma do?
Oh gosh, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. But I know that she'd be happy though. That at least you know what I opened the first chance I got. You know, as soon as I got the green light, I opened. Even though I'm still not even ready because I still haven't even really did the walls and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I still have a little bit more to do before I get the grand opening done.
You were talking about the guy with Parkinson's earlier. You have
Yes.
a guy with Parkinson's, and is he the 82-year-old?
No,
No.
no,
Okay,
no.
I'm sorry. Got it.
I'm not certain what his age is. You know, we kind of don't talk about age and weight around here.
So I don't blame you. So what I'm getting at is your studio helps people get physically stronger. Have
Yes.
you witnessed an emotional transformation
Yes.
in your customer with Alzheimer's? Can you tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about that?
Yeah, the guy with Parkinson's, yes, he comes in with a smile. He leaves with a bigger smile. I just got him. I roll ball to him, and he kicks it to me to work on balance, and we work on his voice
Mm-hmm.
activation today, and some little bit boxing for cognitive. And then
Okay.
we keep him strapped to the bungee. That way he can move around. Hey, if he gets off of balance, bungee's gonna catch him,
Right.
and he knows
Right.
it. He trusts the bungee.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's excellent.
And I can tell you one good story is his friend that takes him
Mm-hmm.
here last week, I believe it was. He went to they went to Trader Joe's after they left here. And granted, this gentleman comes in with a walker. He walked all of Trader Joe's aisles with no walker.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So you know what? It's one step at a time. Yeah, he did. And I think it could have been the endorphins from just finishing the workout and stuff like that that just carried him through, you know, Trader Joe's. But hey, that to me is a huge accomplishment. Huge.
Yeah, that is a huge
Yeah.
accomplishment. So I took a class. I took one of your classes, and I will share that I went in with fears. I felt like I was gonna fall flat on my face or
Mm.
something. I was afraid to make that burpee leap. But it was so fun, and I can imagine with the music being up, and being in a level one where people already know a little bit what to do and how to get themselves hooked up, and I can just see how fun it gets. It can
Oh,
get.
it could get
Yeah.
fun. It could get fun.
And I really did have a growth just in that first class, from going from being super fearful to really feeling like, oh, I can take more chances with this. I started gaining that
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, and that's the whole point
Yeah.
of just getting weighed in before, as you know, those bungees, those cords are going to hold you. You know,
Mhm.
and it's not a one
Mhm.
size fits all. If you go to a gym and it's a one size fits all and something like this, I'd run. I really would.
So what vision do you have for your business? How do you want to see it going?
I would like to get the classes filled for Fly Me to the Moon Fit. I would like to get the nonprofit for the Parkinson's class. I'd like to get that nonprofited. And then, because right now I am doing the Fly Beyond Limitations class, the Parkinson's class, that is free of charge. And I'm doing that because until I get nonprofited, you know, these people have a lot of monies out, you know, with their appointments. Some have to, you know, take off of work to go to appointment. The medications could get costly and stuff. And I just want to give these people a break.
What's the story behind the interest in Parkinson's?
You know, okay, I'm going to tell you what happened was when I quit drinking, I
Mhm.
started working out. I lost weight and I started working out. And one of the coaches I was training under, she was telling me that they were looking for people to help with the boxing program for people with Parkinson's, and she thought I'd be a good fit for it. And that's how I got into it. And then when COVID hit, I went to two people's houses, and then I would coach them one on one. And then one of them moved out of the area to be closer to his kids, and the other one ended up passing away. And then I took a break until my high school reunion last September, when a friend of mine was following me on Facebook and was happy that I showed up, which which something was trying to keep me from going. I don't know what it was, but the whole time out there, I almost turned my car around and went home. But he was thankful that I showed up because he got diagnosed with Parkinson's. And then I got him
Oh,
into
wow.
a boxing class that Friday. And actually, I went and met with him on Wednesday prior with my mitts and my gloves to see if it's something that he liked. And I got him into a boxing program starting that Friday. And then I was telling him about the bungee because I'd already been working on it for, oh gosh, well, 2 years, 2 years by then. And as soon as I had the bungees, I knew everything was structurally done. The bungees were already hung. I invited him down, and he's been here 3 times. He loves it, but with Parkinson's, everybody's on different levels of the disease. And my friend from high school, he doesn't have, he doesn't need a walker for assistance, stuff like that. So he's in better shape and better condition than this gentleman here that comes twice a week. But
Mm-hmm.
we're
Mm-hmm.
working on stuff, and I'm hoping that his next doctor's appointment, he's going to be pleasantly happy.
So, Kathy, how did you get beyond alcoholism? What was your strategy?
I went to
You mentioned spirituality, and your grandmother must have been.
some of it was shame, of course. It
Oh,
usually is,
oh,
when
yeah,
you have to sit there and look at your phone the next day to see text messages and who you talk to, you got a problem.
yeah,
And then I
yeah.
got into a good program through Kaiser up in Vallejo. It's an
Oh,
IRP program, and they have inpatient, and then they have people that I was outpatient. I was going 5 days a week. I put my life on hold for 6 months. I was going 5 days a week, 3 hours a day from 6 to 9 o'clock at night. And I liked the program. It worked for me. It was, it's ran by psychologists. I mean, it's and then you go into groups with like I'd go into women's group level one, basically that's the beginner, and you actually learn about the
mm-hmm.
disease. And that's what set
Yeah.
that program different from, like, for me personally, because I know AA works for a lot of people too. But the IRP program worked much much better for me than AA.
Okay.
It just did. you know
It's another option. That's
it is
awesome.
it is another option, and it's affordable. I think it was like $5 each visit or something. It's just like doing a copay.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Way to go,
I
Kathy.
know.
I'm so proud of
I
you.
know. And it wasn't something that was forced. It was a decision that I made on my own. Um, and as our bodies can't take the alcohol as we get older, anyways. You know,
Right,
when you're
right.
young, you don't get those hangovers, but when you get older, you know what? You start getting them.
Yeah. Kathy, that's awesome. And way to love yourself. And I just celebrate that. I want to celebrate you.
Yeah. Yeah, but every day is work in progress.
And you said you just got married recently.
Yes, yes, in April. To
Wow.
uh, actually somebody that I knew, well, from third to sixth grade. He was my boyfriend off and on, and then,
Oh,
and then he
wow.
moved away in sixth grade, and then only two exits away. Can you believe that? Only two exits away, but I didn't know. And then we'd see each other
Wow.
4 times through the years at 4 different funerals, and then yeah, I was single, and then I reached out to him, and it just happened.
Man,
I
Kathy.
know,
Way to
I
go.
know. Hey, COVID did a
Does he
lot.
go to your church with you? I know you said that your church you used to go to this church with
Yep,
grandma.
still do. I
Okay.
have to. I got what within.
And then you just pulled him along, or
He,
how did that
he
work?
does come to church on the 5th of April. I got baptized, and 2 weeks later, the same pastor that did that, he married us.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
beautiful. Wow, what a year for you. This is a big year for you.
huge, huge year. I know, I know.
When do you think your grand opening is going to be?
Oh, oh man. I'm hoping.
It's still in the works?
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm hoping to get in
Planning
August.
stages.
I
Okay,
I gotta get my
cool.
walls done first. You know.
Well, it's a lovely studio, and anybody in the Bay Area close to Pinole should check out Kathy's Fly Me to the Moon Fit. It's a wonderful time.
It is fun.
I certainly felt welcomed. You were passionate. You were telling stories. You were comforting people with your words. You were knowledgeable, and I really had a good time. I definitely would do it again
Good.
and recommend it to others, recommend you to others. I really appreciate your willingness to share your journey, Kathy, and it's been a pleasure to spend time with you today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.